let's check that out. I should have some background music. I always forget to do that. Let's see if we can grab something. I wonder if my own Facebook will tell me that I'm live. It does. Okay, good. So at least if I'm watching myself, I can respond to comments that way. Cool. Okay. So I should mute this first of all. I am working on a song with a vocoder. So I covered Amogan Heap the other day, and I figured that I would try to write something original. So I just kind of wanted to like show everyone how vocoders work and how neat they are. So this is a vocoder. Okay. It takes my voice and it uses a signal of my voice to create patterns. So what I'm doing is I wrote this melody. What I say goes, not to be dramatic. The world seems so tragic, but on it goes. With your eyes closed, it won't seem so bad. But if you think you've had it the worst, it gets worse. Okay, and then I've had chords that I wanted to put underneath that. So what I did is you put it into synth mode. And then once you have all the chords that you want, I knew that's the melody that I wanted to be going on underneath. You go and you change it to be a mix. You blend. And that way, what it does is it takes the input signal of my voice and it turns it into vocoder. What I say goes, not to be dramatic. The world seems so tragic, but on it goes. With your eyes closed, it won't seem so bad. But if you think you've had it the worst, it gets worse. What I say goes, not to be dramatic. The world seems so tragic, but on it goes. And then for the feel of the song that I was really going for with this, I like to have a mix of the two. So I think ultimately what I'm going to end up doing is have this whole thing just like a regular song length. I think I've only got like 30 seconds of song, but it'll sound like this together. What I say goes, not to be dramatic. The world seems so tragic, but on it goes. With your eyes closed, it won't seem so bad. But if you think you've had it the worst, it gets worse. What I say. I learned something else new today too, that I can go like this. And then I can continue the conversation over here, which means I have access to all of my effects. And I could just make everything sound dope. What's up? We got a bunch of people in here today. This is dope. I'm just going to start making music online, and it's going to be on Twitch mostly. But I figured a lot of you are on Facebook, and not a lot of people are on Twitch. So I would go on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. I'm actually streaming all these places here at the same time. Mixer is like a community that's for Xbox, kind of like PlayStation Live or something like that. I'm on it. I'm streaming on it. I've been on the site twice. Restream lets you go on all these, so it's pretty cool. But anyway, okay. So back to this. So if you missed the beginning of this, I went in and I chose my chords, and then I sang, and I have a melody that kind of goes with it.
What I say goes, not to be dramatic. The world seems so tragic, but on it goes. With your eyes closed, it won't seem so bad. But if you think you've had it the worst, it gets worse.
So that's actually one way that I can write a melody, is that I can turn this back into synth mode. Turn it way down. And then, since I've got auto-tune on, I can see which notes I can hit and which I can't. I think I've got the right chord.
What I say goes, not to be dramatic. The world seems so tragic, tragic. What I say goes, not to be dramatic. The world seems so tragic, but on it goes. With your eyes closed, it won't seem so bad. But if you think you've had it the worst, it gets.
Just drag it out wherever you want, I guess. Come on. This is miserable. No. Please. Alright, let's try this again. I think it goes here. Boom. No, it goes here. Alright. So it's kind of like, just, why? Why do you do that? Just paste it in the correct tracks. Alright. These two tracks are selected, right? Why? Why does it do that? And then it doesn't let me drag it. Ugh. This is terrible. Go down. Why do I see you sometimes down here? No. This is what music's making is really like. Let's try one at a time, okay? This one's great. Love this. I'm gonna put that right there. Wow. Sometimes this is the most difficult part. It's just the stupid stuff you have to deal with.
What I say goes, not to be dramatic. The world seems so tragic, but on it goes. With your eyes closed, it won't seem so bad. But if you think you've had it the worst, it gets worse.
Let me show you something else cool that I did. I gotta make sure I can see my own camera. I actually ran out of I was tired of being like right next to my desk, and it was like very difficult to it was difficult to reach my keyboard and everything. So I strapped my longboard underneath my piano stand, and I made like a little makeshift desk. So now that's what I've been using and typing on, and then I can see my screen in front of me like that. Then I've got my monitors. The other one's back over there. I didn't want to be too close to it because I wanted to be able to use my mic to do like autotune and stuff like that. So I think there's not much that I could do to continue with this. Oops. No, I don't want to exit that. I want to keep going. So if I go back to the beginning, this is a little too much in the beginning. It gives it nice fullness, but after all that trouble, it really should come later anyway. Oh, and look where it goes. Whatever, you're muted. Okay. So I would like this chord progression to repeat again. And I do something weird with the timing at the end of this that I don't think I like. So I'm going to actually redo the vocals. I don't know if I'm going to do them live, though. That might be a little weird. So
What I say goes, not to be dramatic. The world seems so tragic, but on it goes. With your eyes closed, it won't seem so bad. But if you think you've had it the worst, it gets worse.
see, it's delayed. Alright, so here's where it would actually continue. But because it's going based off of the audio signal above it, you're not going to hear anything because I'm not singing there. So I'd actually have to write lyrics before I can have a melody for the chords of this song, which makes it really difficult and kind of backwards to write. But I think that's what will make this kind of stand out too. And it's also cool that this effect still sounds like it holds up and it sounds cool, even though Imogen Heap made it popular in 2004. That was so long ago. And it's still like not an overdone gimmicky thing, at least from what I can tell, because I could try to really make this sound pretty cool and appeal to a lot of people, even though most of the music I'm making is like hip hop or trap, like The Weeknd or something like that. All right, sweet. What else we got going on? So we'll play this one more time. It almost sounds
Goes, not to be dramatic. The world seems so tragic, but on it goes. With your eyes closed, it won't seem so bad. But if you think you've had it the worst, it gets worse.
Alright. Yeah, so I'd be at a standstill for this until I actually finish those vocal parts. So I don't know if I'm just gonna sit here and write lyrics with people. I think instead what I should do is just start something new from scratch. Let's do that. Close. Sure. Save it. Alright. So because I'm on so many platforms, I have to check to see, like, is anyone chatting anywhere? So I've got multiple different chats. I think most of the time people are on Facebook. Let's try, alright. So I want to build a template, because every time that I start these streams up, I don't have everything already set up. And there's no reason for that, because I'm using mostly some like the same sounds and instruments. The other thing is, I don't know why I've got an 808 that has reverb on it, but I'm going to make something that's going to have a bunch of basic sounds, and then I can make every song sound good and then make it sound like itself afterwards. So let's make a template. Kick. I want to see what this sounds like. Oh, I never plugged my keyboard in. Another thing I have to remember to do is make commercials. Because there are people that do this on Twitch where they'll just like have music and they'll have to run to the bathroom or something like this. And when they do so, that's much better. They hit play on their streaming platform and it'll go to like a little video. So I'm gonna have a little video play in case I have to run to the restroom or something. Just haven't made it yet. I just want something basic. That's great. What a great kick. Alright. So now let's make a snare. Actually, I feel like I more often go to snaps. And I knew I had it downloaded somewhere. I think it was in here. Yeah. Alright. It's just a snap, but I've been meaning to make it into an instrument. So maybe let's do that. I'll show you how I make instruments. There's the snap. Sounds like this. Right? Great. Let's make it bigger. Let's make it so we can actually see what we're looking at. We got a little bit of whatever there, but really it all starts right here. So let's get that. And then let's put it to start at a good spot. So whatever, right here looks great. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe paste on the correct track. Great. Okay. So now here, it's just going to be like stuttering. Okay, cool. That's what I want. Nice, dry, snap, clean. So then what I do is you go to export as an audio file, which it already is, but we want to do this. We want to add the resulting files to the audio bin. Snap. This is just like, I wonder sometimes if I'm taking extra steps. Best snap. Alright, so now in here I've got best snap. So then what I want to do is I want to create an instrument, a sampler instrument, like these, an ESX24. And what these do is these play samples and recordings and audio. So if I go to edit this, I can actually go in here, I can drag my snap in. And now, I've got a keyboard that'll play the sound. Save it as best snap, because that's what I was calling it. And then best snap. And then we'll call this best snap. And then we'll call this save channel strip setting best snap. So now anytime I open this, if I want to hear that snap sound effect on an instrument, it'll be right here. So why a snap? Well, it's lighter than snares, and I feel like it's something that I tend to use a lot because I think it sounds like, when you put enough reverb on it, really crisp. So you could do something like this. Oh, let's go to our kick. We could get rid of this now. We don't need the audio anymore. Now that we've got an instrument that plays the same sound effect. So I made a beat. Let's click this. Great. There's syncopation there. And then I'll repeat that. And we're going to end this. Just 4 measures. All right. So and then you get really big reverb and you make it sound cool. Another thing that I think I would want in my templates, if I'm making something that's going to be easy to pull up and just write, is this 808 that I built. I watched a YouTube tutorial on how to get the best 808 sound in Logic. I wish I remembered who it was that I watched. But it basically tells you, make your settings exactly like this. And that's what I did. So now it's like one of the best basses I've got. That would be if it was faster. That would sound good. If it was like... So then I would probably make... This has a kick built into it. Most 808s are just a kick that kind of drone on out. And that's what most bass lines are in pop songs today. Okay. So now I got this set up. 808 bass. Save as a template. Trap. Actually, let's just call it Riptide, because this is like going to be my go-to. And then let's also save it as Riptide template. Cool. Alright, so the other thing I like to stick to the basics on are 808s. 808 drum machine hi-hats. I don't like that Logic puts that delay in it. So I have to go to find hi-hat, delay, and power it off. And then I got a regular hi-hat. And I might as well simplify it and just call it hi-hat. And then maybe let's do everything in sonic order. So high is the highest sound, tit 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 tit. Kick is maybe one of the lowest, and the snap will be right in the middle. So then we can go like that. Tit. I'll give it a little syncopation just to get a feel for what the tones all sound like together. So Oops. Sometimes it's easier just to kind of like do everything by hand like that. And then you can just, those are 30-second notes, so I gotta make them 30 seconds. There you go. And then we did that once, and there's no reason to have to do it twice. So you chop it in half, get rid of the first one, put it in the second one. Oops. Things just paste wherever they want. Alright, so now we've got like a nice little beat. We can see that's where the hi-hat is in frequency. So we can make that louder and make it occupy that space. Let's see where the snap's hitting. The snap's hitting at 2K. So let's go to 2K. And give it a little boost. And this is how you get like sharper mixes. You make sure that everything has its own space. So for kick drums, depends on the song, but usually I actually get rid of the bass. Like that. And then I always want to do a nice little dip at 200, because you don't want everything to get muffled. So then that actually gives room to this bass. This can have the low frequency that this is missing. And then that's how you get your mix to sound crisp. We can make this sound really brutal. So when you get to like people like Suicide Boys, all they're doing is really distorting the hell out of the bass. I think what sounds cooler than that though is when you've got a glidey bass. When you go, first you gotta make sure it's mono. It is. But then you can go in and say one voice only. And turn the glide on. But for now, let's keep that off, because we're just making templates. 808 bass. Cool. So this will make it easy to just like write a song. Alright, let's see. We've got other people here. 0 viewers. I like how Twitch calls you out and tells you how many people are watching you right now. Okay. So now maybe I'll put like a pad. I've got some pads in here I've made already. Like this is my go-to. Where would that be in the order though? That's gonna be lower than the snap but above the kick. So if I could just find some pretty chords, we could make a beat right now. try like. I like that idea. Alright. And I kind of know in my head what I want it to sound like, but I don't know which chords they are. So, first of all, these are going to be big blocky chords. So let's make them quantized that way. And then let's extend this and let's make it longer. I want it to go. Try that. Alright, so now let's give it some motion. Like that. I want to give it kind of like a contradictory lead. So I want it to go bam, 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 bum, bum. So we know what the notes are. So sometimes it's good to not listen to everything at once. And also, I always like to write up higher so it's easier to hear. We got the pattern once, we don't gotta do it twice. You gotta work smarter, not more intelligent, just like I always said. Just like DJ Grandma used to tell me. He taught me everything I know about music, DJ Grandma. Alright, well, I want to see what this sounds like low. We're going lower. That's wrong. This should be right. I hope so. Yeah, that's right. And then this other kick is here. So this should be here. So this should sound good. Show you what's cool about having an audio input like this. I'll make sure. Yeah, now I'm definitely, you can hear me. Because I can hear me. Alright, so let's figure out what key this is in. Okay. Which I don't really know much about music. If you believe it or not. I just kind of figure stuff out as I go. It's a big lie that I'm a good musician. Nobody's lying. Nobody said that. Alright, let's go back in here. Pitch correction. This is just like a live auto-tune. I wonder if Ceremony works live with Melodyne. I mean, we could try it. Test. Does this have live mode? It always has to open their website to remind me to update. Audio 1. Test. It says it's transferring now. Man, a live mode would be really cool. But if there's not one, I know where to get. Man, this would be really cool if it worked live. I feel like it's gotta just be a button. Controls. A test. No, this is not enough. That's not enough controls to make it option or choice. We're gonna turn this off. Of course we're gonna have Melodyne eventually. But for now, just to make it sound fun, we can turn on a pitch correction. There'll be a little bit more of a delay now. Okay. I had an F in there. just doing FIG basically. So don't need that. This F. It's just gonna be C major. So that means no matter what I say or sing here, it should sound good. Oh. Oh. All right. Let's give it a shot then. So I don't write with autotune on, but if I did, now that I'm in the right pitch, it's easy. What do people usually sing about in hip-hop songs? Let's look. I'm curious what the most popular song is right now. We'll write a really popular song right now. What do you think the top song in the US is? Billboard 100. Shallow. Okay. Shallow. So maybe that can make this a pop song. We could sing about shallow things. Let's try that. Sometimes when I go to the pool, there's a deep end and there's a shallow end. I wish I had something to write about. Sometimes you have a good idea for a song, but you don't have any lyrics. So I just say pretty much bullshit. Like a lot of the time when I'm writing a song, I'll basically just say stuff that doesn't make sense, like the baby shouldn't have the glue gun, no. The baby shouldn't have the glue gun. He's gonna glue his damn fingers together forever and be an awkward baby. You should take the glue gun away from the baby before they glue their fingers together, and then they can swim real good. Wait, maybe this is a business opportunity. Maybe do let the baby glue their fingers together, and then they can be a world-class swimmer. So just like basically like that. That's like how you write a song. I think that's gonna do it for now. I think this has been a pretty good infinity show. Whoa. Okay.